Hello and welcome to part 3 of my series on Konnakol. Before you continue watching this video, make sure you've mastered the exercises in the previous lessons. Now in today's episode, we're going to practice groups of 2 notes, takas, on several subdivision levels. And we're going to learn to control different layers of rhythm at the same time. Now, how can we focus on 3 different layers of rhythm at the same time? First, there is the beat level, and our foot should tap it, and it should keep doing that for the whole lesson. Next, there is the grid of subdivisions, and by using our Konnakol language we can establish this grid, which is the second layer of rhythm. Now on our instruments we're going to create a third layer of rhythm. Related to the floor of rhythm we're on at the moment, we're going to play takas on this floor, and so we superimpose 2 note groups over the subdivisions. This is our third layer of rhythm. Let's have a look at an example first. Here we're using a 2/4 meter, so there are 2 beats per measure. In our example, we're creating a grid of triplets. That is to say, we're on floor number 3, as I call it. In order to establish a grid of subdivisions, we may use the words takite takite. On our instruments, though, we're going to group these notes differently, playing 2 note groups instead. Doing the math is easy. There is space for 3 of them, so we're playing or clapping 3 takas. The main goal now is to be able to hear and control these 2 layers simultaneously. In this example, we get a feeling of 3/2 as a result. Keep in mind that our foot is still tapping the 2/4 meter. In our exercise, we're going to practice takas, 2 note groups, on every subdivision level, starting from floor number 1 up to floor number 6 and down again. In this exercise we're using a 2/4 meter, and we're using notes from the D minor scale. With every new taka we're going to progress to the next scale note. So on floor number 1, on the beat level, there are only 2 beats, so there's only space for 1 taka. On floor number 2, 8th note subdivisions, we can squeeze 2 takas into 1 measure. And on floor number 3, we can squeeze 3 takas into 1 measure, and so on. I think you'll get the idea. One, 2. In our variation of this exercise, we're going to play only the ta of every taka. And with every ta, we go to the next scale tone. So this variation is basically the same as the exercise. The scale progresses as fast as in the previous version, but it sounds a bit different. Here you can hear the polyrhythms more clearly. One, two. I hope these exercises have been challenging and interesting for you. As always, make your own variations. There are endless possibilities. You can overlay any kind of scale. And of course, you can practice these exercises in other meters than 2/4, which will result in very interesting crossbar phrasings, by the way. So have fun. See you next time.